Hey guys, I'm Benny Adams with Hollywood Junket, and we're talking about episode 2 of The Bachelorette. It was a good episode, so much to talk about. So we got to talk about the first group date where they go to this elementary school. And I don't know about you guys, but it made me remember about Tayshia's season with Bennett, the Harvard grad who got, I think it was every single answer wrong. So that brought me back to that season. And then, we have this season where the guys are answering these elementary style questions. And, so many of the guys are getting them wrong. But one of the things that really stuck out to me was when Will wrote Peter's name on the board when the question asked, how do you spell narcissist? And he wrote down Peter's name. I thought that was hilarious. And then Peter got so mad. I don't know why he got mad. Like, it's a game, it's a competition. This is what happens. If anything, just make fun of him back. Don't get mad about it. But I thought that was hilarious. And then that escalated to a yelling match between the two guys later in the episode. And it was so awkward because you could hear them yelling while Michelle was on a one-on-one with someone else. So I don't know. What did you guys think? Do you think it went too far? Do you think Peter got too upset about that? Or do you think Peter just should have let it go and laughed it off? I don't know. That's just my take on it. I also want to talk about how the date rose went to Brandon. Very well deserved. I like the guy, so hopefully we will see him around for more episodes. Okay, so the second group date, my favorite, the basketball date, because we really got to see Michelle in her element, which was really cool. She can play some ball like no other. And I really liked how they focused on Joe, because he was an MVP, and then also he won Mr. Basketball in the state of Minnesota in 2011, which was really cool. So the guy really got to show off his basketball skills. So I thought that was really, and he seemed like he was in such his element right there. And I loved the story that he had. It was a really sad story about how his coach passed away. And so it was really cool to see him in that light. And just seeing him and Michelle playing basketball together, I don't know, I really liked it. And so right now, out of all of the guys, like, I'm rooting for Joe. Even though Joe ghosted Michelle a couple years ago. But oh yeah, also, a lot of the guys, maybe it was just me, but a lot of the guys didn't seem very happy when Joe won MVP, and so he was able to go on the date with the guys who won. So I want to know from you guys, do you think that was fair that Joe was able to go along on the date even though he did lose the game? I think it was fair. Like, the guy did work. He carried the team. So why not? I like the guy. So I also want to talk about this one-on-one with Michelle and Jamie. They went rock climbing. Awesome day. The views looked amazing. You could see they were really connecting, which I really liked. And then fast forward a little bit. So after the rock climbing day, he brings up that his mother committed suicide. And I thought this was very interesting because we didn't really get to see a warning sign or a warning notice at the beginning of the episode. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but in past seasons, we've seen warning messages before a heavy topic like sexual assault or rape. So it was very interesting that we didn't get to see that. But yeah, he did mention to Michelle that his mom committed suicide, which was very sad. We saw a different light of him, we felt his pain. It was a very sad moment. There was a cocktail party where it was such a cute moment between Michelle and Rodney. They were doing this taste test. I don't even think, did Rodney even get the answers right? I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I thought it was so adorable. I thought it was awesome. And then at the very end, they kissed each other, and I thought that was super, super sweet. And then that it just made me remember, the taste test made me remember Rodney's first night, where he got the apple wrong. I think he said Granny Smith. Like, out of all the apples he could have said, he picked the green apple because he dressed up as a red apple, and he said he was a green apple. But then things took a turn for the worst. And that's when Jamie decided to start this rumor during the cocktail party that Michelle was seen with, you know, another guy before the show, and the guys were questioning her motives. And he was kind of insinuating that it was Joe without saying it was Joe. And obviously Michelle got really upset because her character is getting put into question, which understandably so. But my thing is, why start this rumor? Because obviously Michelle's going to make a big deal about it, which she did. After it was brought up to her, she went to the guys and she brought it up to them. She was visibly upset. The guys looked confused as ever. This is what I didn't get. The guys said nothing. After she came and she talked to them to address everything, and she was like, if anyone wants to speak now, speak now. No one said anything. Why wouldn't someone just say, I don't know, hey, Michelle, me personally, I haven't said anything about this. I'm a little confused where this is coming from. I feel like if someone would have said that, someone else would have said the same thing, and then someone else would have said the exact same thing. But no one said anything, and I'm very confused as why no one said anything about that matter. And so now there's this huge who said this, and I guarantee you it's gonna get brought up. It's gonna get brought up within the next couple of episodes. And it's gonna be pretty interesting to see how he dodges this bullet, because he did not own up to it whatsoever. And you know, he even said, like, I'm not gonna say anything. Why do I need to say anything? But it's gonna bite him in the butt. I don't see him making it too far after spreading that rumor, because Michelle is visibly upset and she's gonna remember that. So we'll have to see. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he went too far with spreading that rumor? Do you all think the guy should have said something during when she came down to talk to them? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, it was interesting. I think that was a really bad move on his part. Also, I also wanted to bring up a little deja vu, but did you guys notice something very similar to this scenario compared to Katie's season? Because in Katie's season, someone did the same thing where they went up to her and he said, hey, you know, there's some people here that are here for the wrong reasons. And I just thought that was so weird. I'm like, this is so freaking similar. And then also, they were both wearing very similar dresses. They were both wearing metallic type gowns. So I thought that was really interesting. Was I the only one that caught that? Did you guys catch that? Let me know in the comments. I thought that was very interesting. What else? So yeah, all the guys are trying to figure out what happened, who said this rumor, how this rumor gets started. I think this rumor is gonna last for a couple of episodes, which I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna see how this all plays out. And I love how Jamie said absolutely nothing. He just stood there with the blank look at his face. He was agreeing with the guy, saying, yeah, like, I don't get why someone would say that. And no one suspects that it was him, which was insane. But these guys aren't gonna let it go. They're not gonna let it go whatsoever. Okay. All right, so the cocktail party got canceled, so it was straight to the rose ceremony. So these were the guys who got their roses. They were Nate, Rodney, Martin, Rick, Leroy, Spencer, Casey, Chris G, Malik, Olu, Chris S, Will, Romeo, LT, Clayton, and Peter. So congrats to those guys. And then we also got to talk about the men who already had roses during the ceremony, and that was Brandon, Jamie, and Joe. And I'm rooting. So I'm going to have someone who I'm always rooting for each week. So right now I'm rooting for Joe. I really like Joe. And it's so funny because I thought I wouldn't like Joe because of his backstory of how like he ghosted Michelle. But I really like the guy. You know, they did a really good story on him. We got to see what his passion is, which is basketball. We got to see him in his element. And he looked so genuinely happy when he was playing basketball with Michelle. I like the guy. I really, really like the guy. I think he's going to be the guy that a lot of the other men are going to get very jealous of, because I really think that him and Michelle are going to get a very strong connection. I don't see him winning though. I think I see him going even to like the final 2 or final 3, but I don't see him winning. Who I do see winning though is I kind of see Brandon, you know, making the final cut, but we'll have to see. What do you guys think? Do you agree with who got roses last night? Do you agree with who got sent home? What did you guys think of the episode in general? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. But that was the episode review for episode 2 of The Bachelorette. So next week's episode looks very interesting. It looks like we're going to have a Top Gun themed date, which I can't wait to see. I love like these cool like little dates that have these themes to them. So I can't wait to see that. And it also looks like we're going to have a celebrity guest, Rudy Francisco. So that's going to be really cool and it's interesting to see. So I can't wait. This episode was really good. This season has been good so far. Michelle is doing an amazing job as a Bachelorette. So let's go. Let's get to episode 3, but can't wait to talk about it. We'll talk about episode 3 next week. Until then, I'll see you guys later.